Facts Verse presents Most Dangerous Birds in the World. Number 1. Red-tailed hawk. The red-tailed hawk can be found all across North America. The bird is extremely territorial. If you cross into its boundary, it's known to attack. The bird weighs between 2 and 4 pounds, however, its size is not what makes it dangerous. The red-tailed hawk has very powerful talons, and they are its main weapon. If you're attacked by one of these birds, its talons can cause severe injuries. Number 2. The snowy owl. The snowy owl is as beautiful as it is dangerous. It lives in the harsh Arctic tundra, and it's able to withstand extremely cold temperatures. This owl can grow between 3.5 pounds up to 6.5 pounds. The owl has razor-sharp talons. Because this bird is so beautiful, one of its biggest threats is humans. It also needs to watch out for wolves, Arctic foxes, and jaguars. If the snowy owl were to attack a human, it would target the eyes and do some serious damage with its sharp talons. Number 3. Lammergeier. The lammergeier is also known as the bearded vulture, and it's one of the oldest species of vultures in the world. They live in the mountains of southern Africa, southern Europe, and Asia. The bird's large wingspan allows it to glide high above the mountains. These birds often feed on bones and carrion. If the bird gets a small bone, it will eat it. If it gets a large bone, they'll use a dropping technique and drop it on the rocks. This allows them to eat the marrow inside the bone. They use the same technique on hard-shelled prey, such as turtles. If you're walking around the bird's zone, a bone or the bird's prey can land on your head. Over the years, many humans have been severely injured by this bird's eating practices. This is also one of the scariest-looking birds in the world, too. Number 4. Barred owl. The barred owl is a large bird with a round head which is often found only in North America. These owls prefer to live in the woodlands and forest. These owls are so dangerous because they can fly silently. They're also very territorial. The barred owl often hunts at night. If you accidentally enter its territory, it will come after you. Since it flies silently, you'll never hear it coming. The owl would attack your head with its large, sharp claws, which can result in life-threatening injuries. Number 5. The Great Northern Loon. The Great Northern Loon is also known as the common loon, and it is a diving bird. When it sees its prey in the water, it'll dive down and attack with their very sharp beak. If a human is being attacked by a loon, it would target the head or neck, the same way they do their enemies such as the sea otter, the gull, the bald eagle, and the raven. If a human is attacked in this manner, it can result in major injuries. These birds spend their summers in ponds and lakes around the northern United States. You can also find them in Greenland and Canada. During the winter, they migrate to warmer areas, such as the Atlantic coastline and the Pacific. Number 6. The mute swan. Most people think of a swan and they think of a beautiful, dainty bird. However, the mute swan is one of the most territorial, aggressive, and dangerous birds in the world. It's one of the largest waterfowl in Europe. They often spend their time in wetlands, river, ponds, and inland lakes. This bird has a huge wingspan, which makes it very dangerous. If you get too close to the mute swan, it will run at you and strike at you with its extremely strong wings. This can result in major injuries, especially to your eyes. The most common time that humans are attacked by the wingspan is in the spring, when the bird is nesting. When you approach the swan's territory, it'll run at you and begin hissing before it attacks. Number 7. The Australian magpie. The Australian magpie is so dangerous because it's extremely aggressive if you get too close and make it feel threatened. It often lives in fields, grasslands, gardens, and parks all around Australia. If this bird feels threatened, it'll swoop down and attack any intruders, even human ones. When this bird attacks humans, it goes for the skin and the eyes, which often results in serious injuries. Because these birds often live in residential areas, it's even more dangerous for humans. If these birds see you as a threat, they will attack. Number 8. The European herring gull. The European herring gull is found in Western Europe. This dangerous bird has a huge wingspan and a razor-sharp bill. The bird tends to become more aggressive during nesting season. If you come across this bird's nest, you should run in the other direction. If the herring gull sees you as a threat, it will call other birds of its kind and they will attack you as a group. This type of attack can result in serious injuries and even death. Number 9. The ostrich. The ostrich is the largest flightless bird in the world. They live in Africa and they live in the grasslands, the savannas, and the deserts. The ostrich can grow up to 6 feet tall and it can run up to 43 miles per hour. This bird is so powerful that it would take just one kick to kill a human. If the kick doesn't kill you, it can attack with 2 talons that it has on each foot. If you ever see an ostrich, don't ever try to approach it because these large, mean birds are extremely territorial. Number 10. The southern cassowary. The southern cassowary is the most dangerous bird in the world. It's the second largest bird in the world, second to the ostrich. This bird can kill a person with one kick, just like an ostrich, but it can also attack with one of the 5 razor-sharp claws on either of its feet. An attack by one of these birds can break your bones, cause critical injuries, and even death. If one of these birds feels that you're threatening it or one of its chicks, it will attack with a ferocity unlike any other bird. When these birds attack, they will jump on their victims. Since they're so strong, this can kill you in an instant. Subscribe for more!